Hey family, God bless you guys. So I had a dream a while back that I wanted to share, but I held on to it because of the things that this dream was about, and I wasn't too sure, and I didn't want to alarm anybody for, without a reason. I didn't want to step out of line. But the Lord has recently kept putting this dream back on my mind, so I figured it was time for me to step forth and share it. So, plus he's been speaking to me a lot recently about martyrdom and persecution, and this is exactly what this dream was about. So, it was a while back, like a few weeks or so, maybe a month, that I've had this dream, or when I had this dream. So I don't really remember it like word for word, but I have it all written down, so I'm gonna just read it and then go into explain everything that I saw. So in this dream, it was very, very interesting, and it was a really weird way that the Lord revealed this message to me. So it starts off, I was sitting in this hotel room, and I could see outside of the hotel room, like the hotel room was a regular room, but one side of the room, like one wall, was completely gone, and I could see outside into a highway was in the center, and then there was woods or a forest on one side and forest on another side. So as I'm staring out into this openness of this like wilderness area, this bear comes running out of the woods chasing a giant bee. So this bee was huge, like it was probably about the size of my head or so. And it was like a bumblebee. So the bear's chasing the bee, and like the bee was like just trying to get away from it. And I was like thinking like I was rooting for this bee to get away from this bear as I'm watching this whole ordeal of the bear chasing the bee. And like the bear or the bee would fly one way, and the bear was chasing after the bee, and then the bee would turn quickly and evade the bear, and then the bear would go back after it the other direction, and then the bee would turn quickly again away from the bear, and this kept happening like a few times, until at one point it seemed like the bee slowed down or something like that, and it turned too fast, and it ended up, and I was like, oh no, like the bee's gonna get eaten by that bear. So the bee got caught. It flew right into the bear, and the bear grabbed it with its hands, and as soon as it caught it, it turned upside down and it starts chowing down on this bee, eating it alive. And it was like eating it from its thorax down, like its butt down. And like I could see the bee is in agony. It's alive. It's getting eaten, and it's like guts, like intestines and stuff was just gush flying all over the place, all over the ground. And I'm thinking like, oh, this is extremely raw and just vulgar scene right now. Like there's just guts and stuff everywhere. It's a mess. So like it was not easy to watch. So then something really strange happened at that point, because as the bear sits down, and it's just like all happy, like I just ate this bee, but I see the bee now in its spirit. I see the spirit of the bee, like it was see through. So I knew it was the bee's spirit, and the bee's floating now, like floating up regular, but half of his body is still going. But But so I knew it was dead and it was his spirit. But it looked happy at this point now. And it was this wind, or no, first this rain comes pouring down from, like, almost as if I'm seeing this through a screen or something, and off the side of the screen, this rain comes pouring down at an angle. And I've seen this before, so I knew, and I remembered when I saw it, or that I had seen it before in the dream, and I knew that this was rain from God. And I was like, but at first I was like, where'd that rain come from? That was weird. So the rain's pouring down diagonal onto this bee, and it continues to pour down on the bee for a while, and then it changed into wind. But it was weird because it wasn't just like, normally you could see wind blowing because you see other things blowing. No, like this, I could actually see the wind, like a physical manifestation of this wind. And it was blowing on the bee, and then it like took the bee, like it almost like it directed and carried the bee off into the woods and back into the woods. And the bee went off into the woods with its hands raised up like it was praising. So I was like, all right, that was weird. And after that happened, after the bee went off into the woods, like praising with the wind blowing with it, then the bear, like I was still looking at this bear, but then the bear changed into a woman. So then the woman comes into my room, and as the woman comes into my hotel room, she's saying something about her husband, and I don't remember exactly what she was saying. But meanwhile, the whole time I'm like thinking like what the heck? Why is this bear in my room right now? Like, I'm trying to think, like, do I act like it's not a bear? Do I just kind of go along with this so it doesn't try to eat me? Because I know this is not really a woman, because it was just a bear a few minutes ago. And so like all this internal thought is just going on in my head, and the woman's talking, going off about something about her husband, and then I started thinking, I realized I have money in my room, but I wanted to go take a shower, but I was like, I don't want to go in the shower, because if I go in the shower, she might steal this money. So I went and counted my money real quick, and it was $336. So remember, $336. And I noticed that there was a safe. So I was like, all right, I'm going to put this money in a safe while she's before I go get in the shower. But instead of taking a shower, like, I still just felt threatened by this woman being in my room. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to leave the room, go out in the hallway, and try to find one of my best friends that's like a sister to me. So I leave the room, but then after I leave the room, the woman's following me. The bear lady, she's following after me. And like I knew to keep my distance, so I'm keeping my distance, and she's still kind of behind me the whole time. And I just kind of like kept an eye, knowing that she was there. And I get to this room. I walk past this room that's a gym, and I could see through. There was a big open window to see into the gym, and I knew that my friend that's like a sister to me is in this room. And I ended up seeing her there. So I'm like waving at her, because I was trying to tell her that this lady's here, that this crazy lady is here, and I knew that she would know who I was talking about once I told her. And I see her walking towards me, so I'm like waving her down, trying to like make hand signals and stuff, telling her that this lady's here. And I thought she sees me because she looks directly at me, but she just keeps walking past me. And other side of the window. And I'm like, I know she had to see me. Like, there's this big clear window here. I'm standing right in front of her. She even looked at my eyes, but she just clearly missed me and kept walking. So I'm like, the whole time trying to get her attention. And but she was like working out or whatever, and just never noticed me the whole time. And then I woke up somewhere after that. So what I got from this, I did some